What's up, guys? It's Adam the Logical Dude, and I'm here with just some uncut real talk. I've tried to do this a couple of times, but I go off on tangents, and I got so much to say. So much to say. So I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start this as a series, the uncut real talk stuff, because I don't want to go through and like edit videos all the time. And it's not just the laziness, it's that I want you to see the real. I want you to just get it. Um Problem with me doing that is that sometimes I get off on little rabbit holes and I have a hard time bringing myself back and it totally gets off and away from the subject. So, kind of what I guess I'm going to just talk about today is just living in the moment, and just not being stressed out about reaching and going and trying to race for things that are really not important in life. You really got to learn how to prioritize. And one of those things that is just vital with that is just learning how to just stop and just live in the moment. I caught myself in that situation yesterday where I was like waiting on my son and he was just taking his own sweet time and I was like, dude, but at the same time I had to like stop for a second and go, you know what? Why am I getting agitated about having to wait for him to take a shower and all that stuff before we leave? My daughter's sitting in there. We're hanging out. We're talking, watching TV. Why am I getting agitated? Why can't I just sit here in the moment and just, chill out? So I finally just chilled out and just, started talking to my daughter and, we had a great conversation, while I waited for my son for an hour to get ready to leave. But, you know, we're all in this just like race to go nowhere. And I think that's just what it is just society is just, we're in fast forward mode, and they want us to just be this constant cog in a wheel and, you know, we gotta, do this and do this and do this so that we can have this, and this. And, it's okay to have material things, but we really got to start prioritizing our lives and saying what is truly important. And is this just something, am I going for this goal because somebody else is telling me that that's what I'm supposed to be going for? Is this something that I truly want? Do I truly want this fancy car? Is that something that I truly want? Or is that something that an advertisement told me? Or somebody over here's got one and they make me feel bad because I don't? Well, that's where we're at in life. I mean, we've been, people have been doing that for thousands of years. It's jealousy, and I've gotten past that. Like, I don't care what somebody else has, I am thankful for the things that I do have. And I guess unless you go through a situation like I did where you absolutely lose everything and have no help rebuilding it other than what you can get your hands on as far as money and resources, because the government didn't help me for shit after Irma took everything from me. They didn't do shit for me. Helped my parents rebuild the house that I was living in, but I'm not living there anymore. They didn't do anything for me. I applied as a renter. They denied my claim and, told me to, basically take some of the money out of my, what my parents got. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me, right? So I did it on my own and I'm rebuilding my life on my own. Well, we've always been that paradigm to where we are meant to believe that we have to live in some kind of sticks and bricks home and that kind of thing. Well, after losing sticks and bricks homes and stressing myself out and working two jobs just to pay for a sticks and bricks home and all this kind of stuff, and or having to have roommates and that kind of thing, you just get over it. So I've kind of worked that issue out too. And I am going to be, renting just basically renting a space in the garage for my miners to sit and run and to recharge some batteries and use water and possibly take showers and stuff here and there. but I'm gonna be paying my sister a couple hundred a month to have a home base. But I'm gonna be living in my van. Made the decision, and I'm thinking about buying a trailer and parking it at like a storage unit place, and starting my microgreens garden in there. And actually, there's a graphics card I'm looking at too. I'm kind of thinking about putting a little rig in there to run, and I can actually use the fans for the rig to help blow air across my plants and stuff. I got a little design I'm working on. And it can all be ran off of solar, or part time off of solar. I'm thinking about getting a little generator too, but thinking about getting a trailer though, and making that my start to my microgreens farm. And be growing microgreens, mushrooms, and spirulina is basically what I'm gonna be kind of doing. Focusing on, because those are really all they contain, basically all your nutrients that you need, other than some amino acids and that kind of thing. But such nutrition, those are basically you're eating microgreens, you're eating like all the nutrition of the plant and these little bitty pieces. So if you don't know about microgreens and how healthy they are and nutritious they are for you, go do some research, please. I will definitely, do some more talking about that as I go along. I'm going to document all this that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to start a new channel just strictly for CoinLogic, for my crypto talk. The only crypto talk I'm going to get into anymore on The Logical Dude is just what I'm doing to make money. To help out people that are in a nomadic situation, or people that need a job, or people that just want to get out of the paradigm, giving them options and showing you what I'm doing to make a living, or just kind of starting my business more than anything. I've taken what I started with a few $100s back in September. Just like I started with like $500, and now just from letting it grow and compound, and I've dabbled with some trading and that kind of thing, and just cutting back on expenses and being able to reinvest. I've grown those investments to, over a few $1,000s since September. And I'm investing in opportunities that are going to create dividends and that kind of thing, so that I'm building more and more and more. And those investments are just growing and growing and growing. Because I do have a corporate job, and that's the one thing that's really keeping me tied down to where I have to have a home base, is for my job, just to work. Just to work is my biggest bill, basically. But I do have some debts that I need to pay off and that kind of thing. So just going to double down as much as possible, and I'm going to use the time in the van to travel around and take some photography. And I kind of want to look at picking up a drone and doing some videography and putting it up on like Black Box and stuff like that. And I'm wanting to get into gold mining, gold, prospecting. So I'm working on that, and I'm actually going to go this weekend and talk to the dude about that. So yeah, can't wait to hang out with you, Ganja Farmer. We're going to talk about some gold digging while we smoking on some herbs on 420. Anyway, yeah, so I'm getting into some like opportunities, that are going to get me out and about. I'm tired of being stuck in four walls, with my job being that I work from home. I told myself that, this is going to be a way for me to get out and about more. No, I have become more of a hermit than anything. So van life, I'm hoping, is going to help me break out of that. And if anything, if I don't get more social, I will at least just be out in nature. And that's what I would need. So instead of doing this video in the studio, in my apartment kind of thing, I can be doing it in a van out at the park or something like that. So, and I'm going to kind of get into, not necessarily be a straight up van life channel, but just talk about just living free. Because that's what I'm all about, is just living free. Just being a, free human being, and not being tied down to, just not being tied down. Living life on my terms, not on anybody else's terms. Not doing what somebody's telling me what I need to do. Not having somebody dictate what times I'm going to be doing stuff. I'm tired of it. So I'm going to keep going for a couple more years, especially while my daughter's in school, and I'm going to just pay off as many debts as I can pay off, and save up as much as I can save up. And hey, maybe I can, get a place, get a piece of land to build, my empire on, build a mining farm or a microgreens farm or both, or, have a place to home base and that kind of thing. But I know my biggest goal is to replace my corporate income. If I can replace the amount of money that I'm making with that, with something like my microgreens farm or any of my crypto businesses and that kind of thing, which hopefully, that stuff's going to pop off and at least pay my debts and stuff off. That's kind of what I'm looking for crypto to help me do, is get my debts paid off, and so that I can be a little freer. But anyway, that's just kind of where I've been, guys. That's kind of what I'm thinking about. So yeah, new channel starting. It's going to be all crypto talk for CoinLogic. Logical Dude channel is going to be just all mindfulness talking, uncut real talk. We're talking about society, today, just talking about living in the moment and just trying not to be so stressed out, downsizing, minimalism. It's all kind of intertwined, guys. It's all just being a free person. And, so yeah, that's what you're going to be getting from me on this channel at this point in time. So, that's kind of where the direction's going. I'm also thinking about maybe not integrate. I'm actually thinking about splitting off and doing a third account and third channel aside from this CoinLogic, but I'm also wanting to get back into some studies and roots that I've been studying for years, meditation and hypnosis, and possibly getting into doing some guided meditation videos and that kind of thing. So that may be coming too. That's also kind of something that I'm having to do for myself to help get myself back into my meditation practices. Because when I am healthy in my meditation practices, I feel amazing. So I want to pass that on to you guys. And yeah, now that I've kind of quit smoking full time as far as my nicotine, and all I'm doing is just smoking bowls, my voice is clearing up. So I'm wanting to use it. And I feel like I can use that with some guided meditation again. Use my voice for another purpose other than helping people fix their damn computers, because I'm sick of that shit. So anyway, that's it for me today, guys. As always, I love you. And I want you to be cool, be real, abide. Always think logically, guys. And just remember, you were born free. You were not born with a ruler. Okay? You had parents, but there's nobody that rules over you. All right? The only reason that you let the governments, the corporations, and the bankers, and the religious institutions, and all that control your thoughts is because you let them. You just want to follow along. Guys, we gotta wake up. We gotta be different. We got to live our own lives and be the free human beings that we actually are. So we got to break those chains, guys. So I'm here to help you do it because I'm on that journey. So I hope you learn from me, and I would like to learn from you guys. So please, comment, let's like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff on YouTube. If you're watching this on Steam, please give us an upvote, and just comment. I want to talk to you guys. I want to build a community. So I love you. Peace. Love and freedom. Yeah. That was corny as hell, but whatever. It is what it is.